what do you spend on a monthly basis to get the return? And tell me what the return is on that.
Yeah, so anywhere between like 50 to $80,000 a month in inventory costs and the
Wait,
return,
that's how much you spend a month?
yeah, for inventory.
That and you have to put that out from your own bank account.
Yes. Well, I use
But
business.
right. But so and to so people that are listening know you started with your $500 or whatever it was.
Yes.
And then immediately, how much were you spending? That was for your class. So how much did you start a month on your products?
I just invested everything. I don't know, I didn't have like a set amount, but like
Okay.
anything that I was making from the furniture that I was flipping, I was putting it into the Amazon. So I would say like maybe a couple $100 here and there. And yeah, my first month I did $10,000 in sales.
Were you
So
freaking out?
I was like, what? This is actually works. This is insane. And it was addicting because I would see the sales dashboard and it would just keep like going up and up. And so it was kind of like a game. I was like, how can I get this?
It's like gambling.
Exactly. Pretty
Oh
much.
my
You get that
God.
high when you make that sale.
That's incredible. Okay, so again, for people that are like, wait, what do you mean? I can try this? What would you say to people that are listening? That's the easiest first step to try this, and how? So they're standing in Target right now. They're looking around. How do they figure this out? And I saw you scan things with a QR code. Where is that scanning to? That's to some app. What? Tell me about that.
Yeah, so there's an app called Seller Amp, and I have the link to this in my Instagram bios as well. But
Okay.
you can get a free trial, so you can even just try it for free where you're not initially spending that software costs. But
Okay.
it'll have a barcode, and you can go into any store, scan a product's barcode, and it will pop up that product on Amazon. It will tell you how many times it's selling per month, how many other sellers are on the listing, so how much competition do we have. It will tell you what the price is going for on Amazon. You can also calculate your profit. So it has a calculator. So it will tell you what exactly you're going to profit after your cost of the product and after Amazon takes their fees.
Got it.
So it'll basically give you everything that you need to know if you were going to buy this product or not. And if it checks, like you're profitable, there's not a lot of competition, and the 30-day sales is enough to where you can sell out of how many units you're buying, then you'll just essentially buy those products from Target, ship them off to Amazon.
Do they do it backwards at all, where Amazon says to you, here are the products we need people to find. We need extra of this?
Yeah. Once you have like inventory in your store, they're going to suggest certain products that you can sell. And now your job is just how can I get this product at a cheaper price? Or going to the brands, opening a wholesale account. So now you're getting those even more discounted
Oh, I see.
and essentially supplying the products to Amazon. So
How
that
do
is, yeah.
how do you get that wholesale account?
Um, Pretty much you have to have an LLC first. So you do have to be an established business. However, you don't have to be like a business that's been around for several years. You just have to have an LLC. And then I use ChatGPT AI to just create me a wholesale letter. And I'll adjust it a little bit depending on who I'm applying for. But they'll literally give you a script that you can send out. So you can email them. And then sometimes these wholesalers or brands will have an application on their website that you
Right.
can just fill out. So it makes it easy.
Yeah, I used to I used to own a store. And so you just apply. It's really easy. You just have
Yeah.
to put in I think it's your tax ID number or whatever it was that you put in and show that you're a retailer. You get the wholesale price and you start getting the stuff that you need immediately. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
Okay, give us a day in the life. Like, what is your day?
So I always like to have my mornings to myself. So I'll wake up early, I'll go for a morning walk, I will read my Bible, and I'll just kind of listen to podcasts, get me ready for the day. I do like to get ready because I'm a big firm believer in like dress how you want to be addressed. And like dressing makes you feel more confident and more like a businesswoman, right? If you're in sweats, now I'm not gonna lie, I do have those days, but I feel like the energy is just different that you're putting into your business when you're dressed as a person to run the business versus, someone who didn't actually put time into themselves. So that's important to me. And then after that, I will do a team meeting. So I have a meeting with like my virtual assistants to just overview everything that's going on with the business. I check my sales and then I check any shipments that are on their way to Amazon, where they're at, if there's any issues that I need to address there. Depending on the day, I'll be putting in purchase orders, and just making sure like the little details are taken care of on the back ends. And then I would say I maybe put like 3 to 4 hours a day in the business. And after that, I pretty much focus it on like my other businesses.
Okay. And how many hours a day or a month are you actually going into stores and shopping at this point anymore?
I really don't anymore. So I've transitioned mainly to wholesale, or online arbitrage, which is basically I would just order from Target online instead of going in store, and then they
Mhm.
get shipped to my prep center. So most of my work is done from the computer, but I'll have products here and there that I do myself. Like right now, I have an AC spray that is just selling so fast that I can't
A,
even like
a
get
what?
it. An AC, like a air conditioning spray.
Okay. What does that mean? I don't even know what that is.
It's just a product, I guess. I'm honestly, I didn't even know what it was either. I'm like, it's selling good. Put it in my store and like sold out overnight of
What?
100. So I couldn't even send it to Amazon in time. So I basically keep that one in stock right now, but that's just like a summertime product for me. So by the time like September's over, it won't be as demand, so I can just send them to Amazon.
You said you have like a prep center or something. What is that?
Yeah, so basically they will prep all the items for you and send them to Amazon. So you don't have to have the inventory at your house. So if you're someone
Right.
who travels a lot or you just don't have time because like you're working full time or you just want to not have to ever touch the product, there's plenty of prep centers that you can work with that will basically handle all the manual labor for you. So you are just kind of doing the logistics.
How did you find your prep center?
There's a place called prepcenter.com.
Okay.
And there's so many prep centers on there. And then you basically call to see who's going to give you the best price. And then you find someone that you can work well with that gives you a good price. And at that point, then you're just building that relationship with them. And then the more you send to them, the better cost they're going to give you.
And is it like some random chick in her apartment that's doing this, or is it like a warehouse?
It's an actual warehouse. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They have
It's
like,
like a professional thing going on.
yes, exactly.
Okay. So tell me about, there's got to be some pitfalls, at least for beginners, that they need to understand and work through. Tell me what those pitfalls would be.
Yeah, so Amazon is getting a little stricter on the sellers and making sure that they're getting the products from a legit source. So there is a lot of hate that I get on the social media, and like people think like, oh, well, if they can basically sell any products then, and then now we're getting damaged items as customers. But
Um,
that's actually not true because Amazon has a very strict like policy when it comes to being able to sell the items. So for example, if I want to sell a face lotion from Elf, I would have to show Amazon that I'm getting this from a verified source. So I have to provide an invoice. I have to let them know like exactly where I'm getting it from. And then Amazon will approve it or not approve it. And then that kind of helps keep the marketplace regulated and making sure that customers are getting legit products. They're not fake. And, we are getting them from a legit source. So
okay.
I would yeah, the invoice thing is a little bit of a hurdle in the beginning as a new seller because Amazon doesn't know who you are, that you don't have any track history. So they're
Sure.
gonna make sure like we want to know exactly where you're getting from the products from. But as you start to sell and you've been a seller for like a year, you'll have less and less restrictions.
Is there a spot on Amazon that says click here to sign up as a new seller? Like, how does that even work?
Yeah, so sell.amazon.com. And basically, there's two options. You can apply as a business, which would be if you have an LLC, you're going to be doing the wholesale route. You would apply as a business account. And
Okay.
then you can apply as a personal. So you could just do an individual account and you would basically use your social and your personal information. But the difference is you wouldn't just be able to get those wholesale accounts.
Got it.
So.
And do people use this to like, well, I don't know, what if they make items? Can you sell homemade shit like they do on Etsy?
Yeah, you could have your own brand. You could have like your own stuff that you do. I have a bikini brand that I'm just starting for over the
I
last,
saw it. It's so
yeah,
cute. There was one that I was like, oh, I have to order this.
yes. So
But
that's been
is
really
that stuff that you're getting from Amazon and you're translating it to be your brand, or this is like you're actually designing these things?
We're actually designing everything. So we have like suppliers in Bali, suppliers in Puerto Rico, and we're designing them. My partner, she does all of like the exact measurements and everything. So it's like a passion project for me, and
That's
I
so
love,
fun.
yeah,
And are
it's
you
so much.
selling that on Amazon too?
Amazon, TikTok Shop, our own website. We're doing some wholesale.
How's that
So
going?
it's been going really well. It's a lot of fun. We just launched a new collection.
But by
So
putting it out on Amazon, does it mean that it's like more than just the people that are on your Instagram will see it? Like, does Amazon actually push products out like that? Or if some random person in Tennessee types in string bikini, your brand will come up? Like, how does that work?
yeah, so we have to run ads on there as a like our own brand to be able to get to that page where people, if they search bikinis, ours pops up. So yeah, we have to run some ads on that. We've been working on really like getting to the top of the listing, which is a lot harder as like a private label brand, which is
Sure.
why I don't push that for beginners. However, it's great if you have experience and you're ready to like to take it to the next level because these brands that are sell for like billions of dollars every single year. So the potential long term is insane, but it's a lot more capital up front that you have to start with.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Um, what has been one really hard lesson that you learned doing all this?
Mm, I think the biggest lessons I've learned is who to trust, right? So when it comes to bringing people into your business that you've worked so hard to build, I didn't realize how important it is to really have strong values and to not have any slow deaths in your business. So like no slow deaths. If a employee or somebody is giving red flags, you need to cut them immediately because if you don't, then they're just going to burn your business even more. So that's what I had to learn the hard way. Like I let some people into the business that I shouldn't have, and I didn't cut them at the first red flag. That caused a lot of damage.
Mhm.
But I've learned now that I'm even more strong in my identity and my values as a business, that now it's, if you're brought into my business, it's because we align on everything and we've done, the right communication, the right interviews to be able to know that you're going to be a good fit for the business.
Um, Earlier you said you put out about 50 to $80,000 a month on your product. How much are you bringing in a month at this point?
So it's about a 35% margin. So it depends on the month, but the total sales is anywhere between like 150,000 to 200,000 in like the sales. But what the actual take home on that is going to be about 35%.
Okay, well
So I know
that's
it sounds like it's a lot of numbers, but basically Amazon has like a large percentage of their fees that they take. But at the end of the day, I'm not spending advertising costs for those because they're name brands and the brands are already spending the ads. So all I'm really paying is Amazon for them to
okay.
fulfill everything and then my initial product cost.
So I can't do my numbers that fast, but like monthly, what are you bringing in?
About like 30 to 40,000 off
That's
of Amazon.
insane.
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane. Okay, are you teaching classes on how to do this?
Absolutely. Yeah. It was not something I set off to do initially, but when I just started sharing my journey once again on social media, and then people were like, I want to do this. This looks so fun. Like moms that have kids, like they wanted a way to make more money. So I felt like I was doing a disservice by not sharing the knowledge that I know because it
Mm.
changed my life completely. So I've been doing the coaching program for 3 years now, and I've helped thousands of people just start this, actually be like I've had students hit over $1 million in sales, and students that are just doing a couple thousand. So it could really be whatever you want it to be, and there's so much potential. So yeah,
What's
I
the
do have.
process of your coaching? Is it group coaching? Is it like a class that they buy online? Is it one-on-one?
Yeah, so I have different options. I always have like free trainings where it's about 2 hours where you can really learn the ins and outs, how to start. So I offer that. I have ebooks for free as well, tons of free resources. But I do have a video course, which is over 80 videos. So they get access to that for
No
life.
way.
Yeah, so step by step, breaking down literally everything. And they get a group chat to be able to ask me any questions as well as network with the community. And then the coaching program, it's until the student hits $10,000 in sales. So there's no time limit. Usually it takes about 3 months, 3 to 4 months for them to hit that 10K. And then after that, they should be self-sufficient, but they are able to stay in the program. We have options for that, which we do have a lot of students that just want to stay in there. And we do coaching calls twice per week. Those are group trainings.
Okay, you created Female Financial Secrets. Why was it important for you to make this platform for women specifically?
Yes, I love that. So growing up, my mom never worked, and my dad was like the main source of income for our house.
Mhm.
Um, and I always saw like that my mom like knew nothing about finances, and she would like if anything happened to my dad, like she would not know what to do with her life. And that always scared me. I never wanted to be in that position.
Yeah,
So I would say that was like the main inspiration for me to really like want to help women. And I also feel like a lot of women are stuck in situations or relationships or toxic environments because they don't have the money to get them out of it. And so that really inspired me because I believe women should just know how to make money. Even
Mhm.
if their man's providing everything, at least they know how to make money for themselves. And it just always is empowering when you can like say you bought that Louis Vuitton bag for yourself or
A
you
hundred
paid
percent.
for it.
Yeah, that financial freedom is, by the way, that lets you elevate and get an even better guy. Because if
Yes.
you're just dating somebody for the money, by the way, that's sucks. It is like the worst place to be as a woman because you usually hate the guy. And when you have the money, like you're like on equal platforms, and then
Yes.
you find that wealthy guy that's just like so proud of you, and you're not asking for shit, and they just throw shit at you. So it's like
Exactly.
you don't, I mean, it's like a totally different playing field that I really feel like women miss the ball on that. Like it is so important, no matter how wealthy your man is, to have a job, have a purpose, have something to talk about at the end of the day. It makes you a sexier woman.
Exactly, 100%. And I am old school, like I like the man to pay for things, but it's nice to like be able to take care of your man sometimes, or like you said, you have that value where it's like he has to step up to the plate because now he can't just offer you finances. He has to offer more.
Totally.
And you get to be a little bit more picky in the dating scene, and like it really does change the dynamic for sure.